We're going to be going across to Tobago. Tobago, what's happening in Tobago now? Let's check out this package and come right back.
My name is Laureen Burris-Phillip, and I am a founding member of the Tobago Writers Guild and the current Public Relations Officer. The Tobago Writers Guild planned this lecture series, all right, and our first one, we decided to have somebody like Professor Selwyn Cudjoe, who sometimes people don't remember, but when we first started the Writers Guild, the first seminar that was held, it was a heritage function. We had this workshop about writing and Professor Cudjoe was there. So that is where the idea for the Writers Guild was born. So we always remember him for that. So he's going to be the first one in this lecture series, and he is important because he is a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, born in the 1940s. In the central part of Trinidad, and he is a professor of Africana Studies at Wellesley College. All right, he has lectured at Harvard, at Fordham, at Cornell, and he is a very well-known man in his field. He lectures in the area of African American literature, African literature, Caribbean literature, and black women writers in the world. And so we thought that this would be somebody who would be a brilliant choice to start the lecture series. All right. He has also written a book that is very sort of important to Tobagonians. He has written a biography of Mr. A.R.F. Weber, who is a Tobagonian, who in 1917, I believe, wrote perhaps the first novel produced in Trinidad and Tobago, called Them That Be in Bondage. And so, as I said, Professor Cudjoe was like a shoo-in for this particular first lecture. Well, many people are interested. I mean, I was talking to somebody this morning and he said, well, you know, I will be there. And, you know, so people are interested, people who are interested in literature, people who are interested in history, especially Tobago's history, and people who feel that it is important for Tobagonians to know something of their history, to know something of their icons, people who would have done well in Tobago. I mean, imagine this man writes a novel in 1917 when, as you would imagine, writing a novel meant writing it all out by hand over and over again to get it right. And so therefore those kinds of people in Tobago are very much interested in the lecture. So, you know, wherever you go, people tell me, well, I will be going to that lecture. All right, we also make sure that we have as wide dispersal of the information as possible so that as many people know about it as possible. All right, we haven't yet reached to the stage where we are chartering a plane to bring people in from Trinidad. So I'm sorry, you know, Trinidadians may not get the opportunity, but in time we might get to that level. Internationally, Professor Cudjoe is known as an essayist, an editor, an academic and a scholar and so on, and he's very highly regarded internationally. He also has done like articles like for the New York Times, the Boston Globe, the Harvard Educational Review. So this is somebody who is really worthy of coming to take some time, come sit down and listen to what he says. And for the people who are regular readers of our Sunday papers, he is a columnist in the Express, the Sunday Express. He has an article in there every single Sunday. So, you know, that way, you know, you have an idea of the caliber of the man that we are having for our very first lecture. The lecture is going to be on Tuesday, the 11th of September at 5:30 p.m. at the Anne Mitchell Gift Auditorium of the Scarborough Library. See and be there. Admission free, admission free. You know the Writers Guild, we always giving away things free all over the place. So free.